Hi, it's my great honor to say this. Glad to be here for this presentation to show my current research about uh, a comprehensive review of greenhouse gas based on several categories. So as we know, human influence has an incurable atmosphere, ocean, and land with a likely range of total human global surface. Temperature increased from the recently. The evidence of the change extreme restraint science air five, such as temperature change, heavy protection, flood before flood draws, and so on. Imported up to 22 century. Frequency of hot temperature during the number of heavyweight days and length of heavyweight sand in various range of place related to global mean temperature research. Climate include can change their effects manifest and address the average across the globe. Uh, greenhouse gas therefore harmless in themselves and makes the time calculation necessary for human survival. The right concentration. The survival and development farming civilization require limiting harmonizing JJ emission. Now also with strong reduction to hold back people that human include the growth of emission had become target public in some ways. The international concept which actually UNFCCC cater project particular on the adoption of the requirements. So this internet cooperation on national developments and so on could not have been achieved without massive literature time in the free various states by failed bridge study, which proved abundant support methods for the preparation of IPC reports or national climate government action. So variety pollution development and its uncertain the different issues, which is worth further vision by research. Specifically, that involve two aspects. The one increased noise at research to assess the full picture of this research. We give operation called GR, especially if it relates to their own search. Public literature could company section this, but surely one of data generally it in trying to grasp the third structural chair. First, the decade will now this topic is a much large power paper about vegetation to be distributed. For instance, they prefer to find those who have competitive time graphs the fronting depth with the top sense imaging was less of literature itself. As a scientific literature will become more emphasis and half-life and also almost all the schools want to promote classical become documents that highly recognized by the peers and they have a long uh, half-life that those mentioned type literature because safe science or theoretical field long academic impact on playing fields to address competent problem. And therefore, the global overview local fields or as well as those who character subject likely to be less paper matrix, which is an increased problem as of literature. Especially share give its complexity in terms of climate change reforms can be very unnecessary. Nowadays, process in current framework still suffer the attention to this data across subject categories. Usually to neglect of small but valuable information in our and the flow of knowledge between disciplines is also ambiguous. Comparing need to be clarified, based its relations of knowledge, not just the statistical description. So we construct methodology. Uh, one step is that capture. A total 67, about 67 uh, thousand literature records were found which in web of science with these terms. Gas, convention, JG, and so on March 14, 2022. And it's only occurred in Web of Science co-collection, that is SCI or SSI, primarily title abstracts of keywords plus. So every course in Web of Science college content subject category is so published in Web of Science field. The journal book called in Web of Science Center is one of the 54 subject categories. Furthermore, all categories are organized in 21 this and all categories of social research. So the second about these two capture, there is generally constant as an environment or ecological topics. Therefore, to about the two 27 sounds environment ecological project it transformed the trade done from for us to carrot the commercial which cover multiple environment topics including geographic aspects, conversation, vision, organized with their environments, forest, and so on. The 13 subject categories are including environment or ecological literature course. Now added this course 1,608 drums. So we adopt two bibliomachines tools. It's Excel, the page program. Every analysis also has its own advantages, which, for example, Excel developed by Professor Fisher. Person selects in research improvement because with the range of flexible and learning depth. And we use pyramid page program to show the pattern reproduction of authors' papers one another behind with scientific minds. Some results away. If we found that the number of literary records are shrunk to 2021 and to ensure that increase of records for a single year. In, about 26,000 records are irregularly distributed. Economic, diversity conversation, and so on. Some categories from Figure 1, we can see that green 13% energy and integer environment counts largest in the discrete graph, about 29.7% and 27.3% respectively. And we also found that some scholars have made important contributions for permits across JJ in different subjects, such as Professor Smith, Professor Smith, who is from Institute of Biological Science, School of Biological Science, University of Beijing, and has long worked in the field of global change impact on science agriculture and based on operation to mitigate the climate change. And similarly, previous but versatile who oxides culture instead of technical and specialized in atmospheric environments and climate change as uh, circle model and Mohammed and Pond contributes a crossover study unknown. So and we also found that different also sometimes appear on different subject categories. Similarly, for its Smith and Church, both appear frequently for front of the economic borders several conversation broadcast. We further use the coup currents and social networks to explore censorship. The coup themselves will detect infected from 13,000 categories. You can see the circle, very circle, Russell Smith, Russell Van Bank was it cohesive sub. In each subgraph, each for my first observed whether there is an hour space with high frequency public report make with rescue effect, and then continue to declare whether threats are located in the high core region. I find it whether high frequency especially each network for reports and it's into four tabs, we show 41. And examples HHL, however, error network are not represented, cannot be marked because there is no hours of unhacked into. So we also detect the interdisciplinary coping classical documents. We attempt to measure number of public reports shared between different subject categories in order to observe the degree of correlation between disciplines. For example, we found that the green substance technology and engineering environment shine largest report of about 3,000 reports accounting for 43.7%, 7%, and 46.81% of their home age respectively. Further carry to the shading index. Normally, it measure problem stress to emulate the effect of the asymmetry. And we found that the green JSIT and the diversity by diversity conversation ecological dimension top three for coping students 0.49 and so on respectively. This implement a high degree into discipline similarity between the discipline as shown in the max of the table 3. So we want to use the direct citation relationship to find the classical literature. When a document recorded from a few years ago is frequently flawed and stated by our peers, it's a classical, and if a same high degree of repetition is in the current literature, also cut it. So first we use the direct citation analysis instead of a co-citation involve first filter for the co-citation literature. That's also our time to read. Now and person literature show table 1 respectively. As well, within about 10% of literature record were achieved in people. Adjustment theory, degree, and this because are not only prominence of this subject theory, but also have ample impact on this classical literature. In addition, we agreed this important literature codes distributed different subjects according to training there's a platform the application process to further review the test content, and then the finally divided into six interdisciplinary categories named non-vertical and so on. So the next we continue to dip into the path of category categories to review a test to share. It involves such as in economic first, so on. Because for limitation of time, we will put this in our recent paper published on Science of the Environment named Harmonizing Review Greenhouse Gas based on solid patterns. Everyone can access to the from the DOI reference. So that's my practice about my recently study. Thanks a lot.